Top 3 questions I get asked on this channel. What does the Amazon relay load board look like? How do I book loads? And when I book those loads, how do I stay so local? These are the relay rates for Friday, July 19th. We're in the middle of Prime, and I'm fingers crossed Lou cooperates with me.
Let's get into those SoCal relay rates.
As always, there's going to be chapters in this. Feel free to skip ahead to your section. In the interest of time, I'm going to do kind of like what I did in last time's video. I'm just going to look at recommended in San Diego. I know everybody who's requested these, everybody kind of wants to see their city during prime time, prime days, prime season, peak season, whatever you want to call it. So we're just going to look at the recommended loads in San Diego, and then we're going to skip ahead and go ahead and do what we came to do, which is last time's winner was Hotbox Trucking. I wanted to see San Antonio, Texas. So we're going to take a look at the loads down there. Did you see what I did last time? I went to the random number generator, typed in the things. I didn't hit the generate button. So another chapter in this is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and pick another winner for this time. So this one's going to actually have 2 cities in it. We're going to get to that in a minute, but I'll put the chapter marker up here now. I don't know what it is yet because I haven't selected them yet, but I'm going to correct the mistake I made last time of not hitting the button. But let's go ahead and jump into these recommended loads. Go into the load board here. They're telling me I have unlocked early access. I think that's important. I think that's an important part of being successful with Amazon. They're telling me San 5, 1 pick, 2 stops, ending up in El Paso, Texas, $3.45 a mile, $3,000 payout. San Diego to Ontario. Got Lou snoring over here. He's already out. San Diego to Ontario, 1 pick, 3 stops, $7.93 payout, $3.93 a mile. San Diego, 1 pick, 1 stop, ending up in Tucson, $1,600 payout at $3.78 a mile. San 5 ending up in Rialto, $4.97 a mile, $7.57 total payout. Here's one, 10 in the morning, San 5 ending up in Ontario, $3.71 a mile, $5.32 payout. Want to head up to Tracy, $2.65 a mile, $12.37 payout. San 5 to San 3, that's going to be run into DSD4, I bet. $4.77 a mile, $2.66. Let's just see if that middle stop is DSD4. Yeah, DSD4. Let's see if there's any box trucks in here. 53, 53, 53. Rates were definitely better last night. If you're new to these videos, new to my channel, rates have definitely been up because of Prime Day, but yeah, no 26 on here. So I'll tell you what, let's just jump into that San Antonio search. Let's see here. For that, I'm going to start with a San Diego search, and I'm just going to add San Antonio to it. So San Diego, let's change that to San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio, Texas. I didn't know there was a San Antonio, Texas. And then now let's take out San Diego from that. And then let's just see. So good marker for this. I mean, 75 miles for 53-foot equipment. There's 92 loads on the board. Let's sort that by price per distance highest and just take a look. So top money on the board. They've got a starting at SAT9, ending at SAT9, $8.22 a mile, $189 payout. Let's see what that middle stop is. DSX8, so quick little run there. 23.1 total miles. Austin, Texas, ending up in San Marcos, Texas, $5.61 a mile, $199. San Antonio to San Antonio, $5.51 a mile for $195. These are all like $200 payouts. Let's just see if there's a sweet spot on here. I always forget to turn that auto refresh off. Usually what I try to look for is like a load that's about 250 miles, somewhere in the $3 to $5 a mile range. Here's a decent one. This is actually a trailer recovery. It starts out that ITR. I don't know what the I stands for, but the TR is trailer recovery. $3.86 a mile, $8.04 payout. They have a trailer that needs to be picked up right now in Lulling, Texas, heading to Laredo, Texas. You want to be sure on these trailer recoveries. Yeah, they do it. They include the little what do you call these things? I'm having a brain fart. The like GPS coordinates. You want to be sure and like look at these on a map first. I mean, if I were considering doing this load, I'd go over to Google Maps, copy those coordinates in here, paste them in, and see specifically where they're talking about. So that looks like it's near a Love's Travel stop. Probably somebody there at that little rest area, just you know, either out of hours of service or broken down. But you definitely, whenever they include those GPS coordinates, you want to see exactly where you're picking it up. And then you want to, if you do that, if that were to go to like a spot capacity situation, when I had the person on the phone, I would want to confirm again that those GPS coordinates were in the right spot. But that's where that trailer's at now. It needs to be picked up, and taken to, where was that, Laredo, Texas. Here's 304 a mile, San Antonio to San Antonio, but it has 7 stops. You got to be aware of that. Those 7 stops are going to take some time. $556 for 10 hours and 15 minutes of your time. I'll bet you there's some third-party sites in this. Whenever they say like San Antonio, Texas, that's a third-party site, as opposed to like a SAN5 or a DSD8. Those are the specific little acronyms. Those are Amazon sites. When it just says a city like this, it's going to be a third-party site. I'm just seeing if I recognize any Amazon acronyms. San Antonio to San Marcos, Texas, $294 a mile. So now we're getting down to like sub $3 a mile. I mean, not a ton of great loads on there for 53. Let's take a look at box trucks. Let's switch this search around and take out. It's him snoring, I swear. Sounds like something else, but it's him snoring. At least he's asleep. Box trucks. So same 75 miles for box trucks. There are 54 loads. I feel like that's a good indicator. I mean, let's just dial that down to like, what if we're only willing to go 25 miles? It takes it down to 49. If we're willing to go up to 50 miles, there's the same 49. 75 miles, it adds 5 to it for a total of 54. Same price per distance here, $9.30 payout, $3.80 a mile, 1 pick, 1 stop. I like that. So they say it's going to take 6 hours of your time. It's really going to take however long it takes you to drive those 245 miles, getting loading it up at the first place, unloading it at the second place. Here's another pretty similar load. This one leaves on Friday at 3:55. 30 minutes later, 4:25. They have this one going practically same rate. Here's San Antonio to Del Rio, 1 pick, 2 stops, $3.44 a mile, $5.95 payout. Let's see, stop 1 is SAT5. They then have you going to stop 2, which I'm betting is a post office, 702 Richland Hills Drive in San Antonio, and then third stop is 2001 North Bedell Avenue in Del Rio, Texas. You can really snore, can't you? Let's see here. SAT5, 1 pick, 2 stops. Willing to bet those 2 stops are post office locations. $4.71 payout, $3.26 a mile. San Antonio, 1 pick, 1 stop. Heading to Rock Springs, Texas. They're paying that out at $2.42 a mile, $3.45. $3.45, same load, same load. Here's San Antonio, 1 pick, 1 stop, ending up in Victoria, Texas. They're paying that out at $2.31 a mile, $2.75 total payout. San Antonio, 1 pick, 2 stops, ending up in Port O'Connor. $2.29 a mile, $3.92 total payout. So you can see there's decent stuff on here. The trick to the load board, though, if that's what you plan to do, if you want to play the load board game, is watching it for a long time. I mean, I can't give it justice and doing a quick little 10-15 minute video on it, but the trick is watching it for a long time. I messed up last time with the number generator. Let's pick another winner because I apparently don't know what I'm doing. We're going to take out Hotbox Truck in here. We're going to delete number 3. Delete cell, and let's pick the winner for right now, not for next time, for right now. I have 1 through 4. Let's head over to a random number generator and type in 1 through 4. Probably don't need to delete those. Here's the step I didn't do last time. I didn't hit generate. Number 2. Let's find out who number 2 is. 2 is Tim Evans, Dallas, Texas. How far away is Dallas from San Antonio? I don't know my Texas geography here. Dallas, I just don't want to duplicate. And directions to San Antonio. I just don't want to do one that's... Oh, okay, they're far away. I don't know my Texas geography, apparently. Yeah, 4 hours away, so let's do Dallas, man. Tim Evans, you're the winner for right now. Let's just be sure I got that name right. Tim Evans, yep, let's do Dallas. Let's jump back over here to the load board. Let's switch this around to Dallas. And because I'm on box trucks, I'm going to do box trucks first, and then we're going to look at 53-foot equipment next. Let's take out San Antonio, Dallas, Texas. Price per distance highest. So look at this. I mean, Balk Springs, 1 pick, 3 stops, ending up in Denison, Texas. For a box truck, $6.52 a mile, $5.57 payout. Wilmer, Texas. heading to Lone Oak, Texas. One pick, 3 stops, $6.32 a mile, 6.35 payout. That starts in, I think they're 2 hours ahead of us. So if it's 3:40, if it's 1:20 now, that load starts in 25 minutes. They're in Texas. Balk Springs, heading to, one pick, 3 stops, heading to Azle, Texas. Let me know in the comments. One pick, 3 stops, $5.75 a mile, $5.61 payout. Wilmer, Texas, heading to Bullard, Texas. One pick, 3 stops, $5.43 a mile, $6.70 payout. I'm just going to scroll through a bunch of these here. Wilmer to Overton, I'm guessing, $5.07. Wilmerton to Overton, $5.06. I'm going to stop talking and just scroll through a couple of these. You can listen to Lou snore. Let's see what these, I mean, these are almost $1,000. Let's just see here. Wilmer, Texas to Idabel, Oklahoma, $4.81 a mile, $9.12 payout. Let's just see if there's any other great ones. I mean, there's several on here. We're not even below $4 a mile yet. There we go. There's the cutoff. So $4.27, then drops down to $3.92. But there's several of these on here that are above. Can't talk tonight. That are above $4 a mile. Let's take a look at 53-foot equipment for Dallas. Power only. We'll do tractor and trailer. Take out box trucks. We'll say everything. Apply that. What's going on in Dallas tonight? Look at this. $76 a mile. Not tripping out on that because the payout's only $181, but still, run from Dallas. 2.4 miles. They say it's going to take 2 hours and 47 minutes. Let's just see what they have you doing. They have you picking up, little filled-in circle is a loaded trailer at DAL3, taking that loaded trailer to VTX3, and then I'm assuming getting it empty and bringing it back. If they have your trailer ready to go, I mean, these are little situations where I know they say it's going to take 2 hours and 47 minutes. If you get to that first site and the trailer's ready, and you get to the second site and they've got an empty ready to go, you could probably be done with that load in about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I mean, of course, if you have to wait for the live unload, it's going to take longer. Another very similar load going from HDA3, one pick, 3 stops. They say this is 2 hours and 34 minutes. I'm betting that's all Amazon sites. Yep, see all the little acronyms? They're all the same, or not all the same, but they match. They're consistent. No third-party sites. If they say that's going to take 2 hours and 34 minutes, I bet it takes less than that. One pick, 1 stop going from DFW Airport to Fort Worth. $9.71. These are all about $200 payouts. Let's just see if there's that sweet spot on here where, I mean, here's a slightly better one. One pick, 3 stops, $7.19 a mile, but it pays out closer to $400. There's a $557 payout. It's $6.52 a mile, starting in Balk Springs, ending up in Denison. God, that looks like a, am I on 53? Why is, oh my gosh. 10 selected. I thought I took out box trucks. I did take out box trucks. Why is there a box truck? You know, they had this issue a couple weeks back. That one is, I have 53 selected. Here's a new one. When it turns green like this, that means that there's this one just got added, 7.44 a mile, 282. I swear that was a box. Yeah, look at that. So it's showing me, this is a problem. I have in there looking for 53-foot equipment, and it's showing me 26. They had this issue a couple weeks back. You got to be aware of that. If I had all the confidence in the world of like, oh, this is a 53-foot load, and I booked it, guess whose performance that falls on? Even though it's Amazon's mistake. I mean, look at this. There's a 26-foot load, and what is my search criteria? I am not looking at box trucks. I'm looking at power only, tractor trailer, and I apply that, and they, lo and behold, are showing me box truck orders. That drives me crazy. If you book that and you're like, oh God, I don't have a box truck, what do? You request a callback, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you booked it. That's a carrier controlled issue right there. I don't like that. Something to look out for. Let's see, there were $5.97 a mile. Let's just see if any of these. God, there's another 26-foot box truck. Fort Worth to Fort Worth, 9 hours and 32 minutes, $5.69 a mile, $5.12 payout. Box truck load. It kills me that they do that. Box truck. Huh. All right, here we go. Oh, no, that's a box truck again. You could see where this would be an easy mistake to make. Box truck. Why are they showing me box trucks? I'm just looking for like a sweet spot of like, I'd love to see like, you know, 3 or less stops for about a $500-600 payout. Box truck, $200 payout, $200 payout, $200 payout, and then that. I mean, yeah, let's just see. Let me try to tweak this a little bit. Let's say I want a payout of minimum $500 and trip distance. Let's just try this. So that takes it down to 198, but see, there's still box trucks in here. Box trucks. Okay, here's a 53. I think we saw this one before. Trailer provided, $569 a mile, $512 payout, 1 pick, 6 stops for a total of 7. That's a 53. 26, 26, 26, 26. Market's good for a 26 tonight. These are all 26s. Here we go. I think we saw this one earlier too. $314 a mile, Balk Springs, ending up in Humble, Texas. 1 pick, 3 stops. $314 a mile for a $968 payout. Here's a $690 payout going from Wilmer to Oklahoma. I forget if we saw that one or not. My brain's kind of tripping out on the box truck showing up in this search. But $690 payout for that. $732 payout, but you're making that at $284 a mile, starting in Dallas, ending up in San Marcos. Let's just see where these stops are at. Yeah. Third-party site in Mansfield, Texas. Third-party site in San Marcos, Texas. How long do they say this is going to take? 9 hours and 54 minutes. Because of 2 third parties, I'm willing to bet it does take every bit of that time. Anyway, this box truck showing up in my search filter is kind of throwing me off. I'm sorry. Anyway, now let's legitimately pick next time's winner. Let's go in here. We have covered Dallas, Texas. Got all of Texas taken care of tonight. Let's take out Tim Evans. Three names on my list. Let's go in here and do this properly and say 1, not Q, 1 through 3. Generate. Number 2 again. Number 2 is going to be JumpyYT wanted to see Pittsburgh, PA. We're doing that one next. What am I doing tonight? Got another little hostler gig. Not a very busy night. I'm just back here in the back making this video for you, listening to Lou snore.